Rosario breathed differently that day, slower, softer. The usual rumble of scooters and shouted street vendor calls felt muted, as if the entire city had taken a collective step back, not out of fear, but respect. The prodigal son had returned. Lionel Messi, quiet and private as always, had flown in under the radar. No press junkets, no entourage, just a backpack, sunglasses, and a single small gift bag in his hand. He walked alone through the neighborhood of Las Heras, his steps instinctual, cracked sidewalks lined with wild grass, murals of Maradona faded by sun and time, familiar smells, fresh bread, hot asphalt, the sweet bitterness of maté brought memories that no stadium could ever replace. This was home. Children recognized him first, but said nothing. They simply watched, wide-eyed, as Messi walked past the alley where he first learned to dribble between trash bins. The adults nodded or smiled politely, almost reverently. They knew better than to treat him like a celebrity here. He wasn't Messi the icon. He was Leo, the kid who once tied his laces in the dust and played until his legs gave out. He turned onto a side street. The houses got smaller here, older. One in particular stood out, not because of its size or color, but because of its resilience. Red clay bricks, chipped blue trim, a sagging gate that creaked when nudged. The mailbox was rusted, its label barely legible, F. Quiroga. Messi hesitated only briefly, then knocked. After a few seconds, the door opened. An old man stood there in sandals and a worn Central Cordoba jersey, his gray hair pushed back messily, eyes enlarged behind thick glasses. His mouth opened slightly, but no words came. "Leo?" he finally managed. Messi smiled. "Don Fede, you still make the best maté in Rosario?" Federico Quiroga laughed, a fragile, wheezing sound that carried more disbelief than joy. He stepped aside, opening the door fully. Don Fede had never been famous, never wore the blue and white stripes for Argentina. But to Messi and dozens like him, he had been everything. A retired factory worker with bad knees and a heart too big for his small frame, Don Fede had spent his weekends coaching local kids for free. He bought cleats with his own money, patched balls with tire glue, and once climbed a tree to retrieve a lost football, just so the kids wouldn't go home crying. He was the first man who ever told Messi, "The ball doesn't care how tall you are, just what's in your chest." They sat in the shaded backyard, sipping maté from a gourd that hadn't changed in 30 years. A soft breeze moved through the avocado trees overhead. Messi looked around. The same plastic chairs, the same potted succulents near the back wall. "You didn't change a thing," he said. "Why would I? This old place still works," Fede replied. They spoke for a while, about nothing and everything. The World Cup, Messi's kids, the weather, Fede's arthritis. Then, Messi reached into the small gift bag. "I brought you something," he said, handing it over. Inside was a velvet-lined box. When Fede opened it, he froze. It was the original World Cup medal, the one Messi had worn around his neck after lifting the trophy in Qatar. "You can't be serious," Fede whispered. "I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there," Messi said. "This belongs to you too. Maybe just for a while, but I want you to have it." Fede's hands trembled. He tried to push it back. No, this is history. You earned it." Messi leaned forward. "So did you. You coached with nothing. You believed in me before anyone did. You showed me that even if no one's watching, you play like they are." They sat in silence for a while. No more words needed. Eventually, Fede placed the medal back in the box and closed it with both hands, almost reverently. "I'll keep it safe," he said, voice cracking. "And when I'm gone, I'll make sure the whole barrio knows what this means." Later that afternoon, A neighbor with a shaky phone camera captured a photo through the garden fence. Messi and Don Fede, sitting side by side, sipping maté, with the golden medal glinting faintly on the old plastic table between them. The image leaked onto social media. No caption, no location tag, just the visual of two generations connected by one impossible dream. Within 24 hours, it went viral. People speculated. Was it really the medal? Would he leave it there forever? But no one could confirm it. Not Messi's team, not FIFA, not the man himself. And that was fine. Because in Rosario, truth lives in gestures, not headlines. 3 weeks later, Don Fede called a local school and asked if he could show something special to the students. He stood at the front of a dusty classroom, medal in hand, and said, "This? This came from a boy just like you. Don't ever think you're too small to matter."